What's up, everybody? Howdy all. I know it's been a minute. Well, it's been a few minutes since I last recorded a video, and I'm just really not very good at this whole social media thing, and I apologize. I know that there are some of you out there that really enjoy seeing some of these videos, as I do watching other people's videos. So I'm really going to try better. It's just hard to get motivated about stuff, to go to work every day and come home and think about making social media videos. However, I am a little motivated right now because I have some pretty great news. I'm actually, it's Friday afternoon, Memorial Weekend. We're driving up the canyon, going to do some camping this weekend, and I'm kind of excited to get the camp trailer out for the first time in this year, and really stoked about that. So yeah, I'm driving right now, and producing a video plus recording it, and I'm the star of the video. Man of many talents, I tell you what. Anyway, motivation. I have been lacking some motivation as of late because having an injury, having my hip replaced, all of these things that have kind of been in the road of me competing at the level that I want to be competing at. I just recently went to Hawthorne, Nevada, and competed there right and left-handed. Actually, the left-hand class, you know how you can get really lucky draws and brackets? Well, I happened to get the luckiest draw of all. Started the day off with one of my newbies that comes to my practice and trains with me, Parker Kimber. He is a great kid, ex-professional rodeo star. He was a steer wrestler, bulldogger, and he's a pretty cool guy. I like him a lot. He and his wife did the cross-country car trip with Jolene and I to Hawthorne. Anyway, he was my first draw, left-handed, and like I said, he's just starting. He's been arm wrestling for a few months, maybe 6 max, not a lot. But he's jumping into the open class in a super heavyweight, so I was super proud of him there. Second match, I happened to get Robbie Topi, who had the super match prior to the tournament, but he also he backed out of the tournament because he had what he said to me is, I've already started drinking, I'm not ready for this. So he backed out of that tournament, so I had a second round bye, and then I had the winner of a match between another new guy, Meek, who is a left dominant arm wrestler, and he's maybe been arm wrestling for a year and a half, somewhere around there, I would say. He's a monster of a dude, 6'5", I'm guessing, 6'6", maybe, right around the 300, maybe a little over 300 pounds, and he's just naturally a strong dude. He's got a history, past powerlifting background, so he knows about strength, and he knows how to get strong. Anyway, he had a match with Ron Bath that was a war, and ended up beating Ron in that match, which was a phenomenal match. I thought Joe arm wrestled perfectly, gave Ron everything he needed, and put Ron in a bad position and kind of burned Ron out. With that being said, I had Joe next after that match, and he was done. His arm was shot after that match with with Ron. Matter of fact, neither Ron or Joe won another match after that. So that tells you how brutal that battle was. So I was undefeated going into finals and had to wait to see who the winner was between Tony Tomlinson and Joe Meek. And Tony ended up winning that one. Tony actually got put in the B-side by Ron Bath earlier in the day, and then was able to come back and beat Ron, who beat him, and then beat the person that beat Ron because of that battle that Ron and Joe had. And in the championship, I had Tony, and Tony's strong. He's just built for arm wrestling. However, he's just a little bit slower than I am, and I'm able to get the jump on him and usually able to finish the match pretty quickly. So that was my left-handed route. I did all right there. I went to Hawthorne to kind of test that out and see where it was and how it felt, and ended up feeling pretty good. So I was happy with that for sure. Right-handed, I've been trying to get my right hand improved a little bit. I've been trying to work on it and make it stronger. And I actually was really quite happy with the way that my right-handed matches ended up. I had, I don't remember his name. He's a amateur / open puller. He pulls amateurs, but then he also pulls in the open class. A Latino guy. I don't know his name. Anyway, I apologize if you're watching this. I forget your name. Raul, I think it's Raul, but I don't know the last name. Had him first round, and I was able to finish that one up pretty quickly. Second round, I had Jody Williamson and Chocolate Thunder, and Jody is a tricky son of a gun. He knows how to arm wrestle, and he knows how to put people that may be stronger than him in bad positions and take matches from those guys. With that being said, I was really worried to arm wrestle Jody because my right arm's never been that great, and Jody just knows how to arm wrestle. He is an accomplished technician at the table, that's for sure. Ended up, my hand was strong enough to just kind of control his, and was able to finish that match. Then after that, if I remember correctly, I had a match with Ron Bath, I think was next. And I've been really working hard. I wanted to give Ron a match. I actually wanted to. I thought I'd probably be able to give him a match. Beating him was one thing, but letting him know I was there, I thought I could do that for sure. Anyway, we ended up arm wrestling, and I felt like I had a really good chance outside of the strap. I hit into his fingers. Kind of felt like I had compromised him a little bit. However, Ron being Ron, he was able to slip and get into the strap, and then in the strap, he's just a different person. They tighten that strap down, and it sucks down on my hand, and I just felt like he multiplied in strength tenfold. It was crazy. Plus, they always give him that senior citizen discount because he's so stinking old and gets every benefit in the world because his name is Ron Bath. I actually love that man. He's an amazing human being. And sorry, trying to adjust that camera. I want to make sure you guys get to see my beautiful face the entire trip here. No, Ron's a great dude. I respect and love him so much. What an ambassador for our sports, and just turned 60 years old this year, and he's still a beast at the table, and a nice dude. I respect him so much. Just a great person, and it was great to see him in Hawthorne, and Angela with him, Angela Rose. Those two make the perfect couple. That's the king and queen of arm wrestling right there. Just great people, and great arm wrestlers, and just brutally strong as well. Anyway, so I had Ron in that match, and he was able to beat me in the strap. That was for the A-side finals, and I got dropped down to take on, ended up being Tony Tomlinson, but I don't remember who Tony beat to get to the third place match. Anyway, I had to beat Tony right-handed, and Tony's right hand is probably better than my right hand. I'm just a little bit faster again, and kind of tricky in that regard. I wanted to hit into Tony's hand and try and get him finished quickly. Well, the first match, he was able to stop my hit and kind of controlled my hand. And I did everything in my power to get out of that match. I finally was able to slip, and Tony wanted an intentional slip, and it probably was. I was trying to slip. He had reason for wanting that call. However, his elbow had come off the front of the pad, and they called an elbow foul on him. So on the restart, I knew I had to be even faster, and I had to get into that hand even quicker. So I hit again on the restart really quickly, and I got him close to the pin pad. But Tony has an issue. It's not an issue. It's actually a strength. He just has to be able to control it a little bit better. But he tends to drag with his lat because he's such a big dude. And he drags with his lat and kind of opens himself up a little bit. It's kind of a king's move, but not. But he drags with that lat back and ends up pulling his elbow off the back of the pad. And so he actually got a second elbow foul, and I beat him on elbow fouls. Now, with that being said, I do believe Tony is probably a better right-handed arm wrestler than I am. I have just been a little bit lucky and maybe tricky in our matches against each other right-handed. So, the whole purpose of the Hawthorne tournament was to kind of test the left hand out. Ended up not really having that much of a test for it, and I did some after polling with Robbie Topi and with Tony Tomlinson just to see where we're at. Tony wanted to slow poll, see if he had anything arm strength wise, and if he was able to stop me, what he thought he could do. We were able to get into slow poll there and messed around a little bit. And Tony's strong. He's got a lot of potential. He's gonna be something because he's got a lot of drive as well. Robbie, on the other hand, we slow polled afterward, and Robbie's just strong, and his style versus my style is we're similar arm wrestlers in the fact that we use some back pressure and pronation. The advantage that I have on Robbie is I've got side pressure over his side pressure, and I'm able to stop his back pressure in the strap especially, and I can just kind of pronate with my side pressure and go through his arm. But like I said, he's super strong, and when I did that, I kind of felt that pain in my forearm, that kind of starting down my arm again, but it's not what it was. So it is getting better. Been training it a little bit lightly, trying to get better, and then I had practice last night at the house with some of my guys, and I trained it till it got a little bit sore again and started having that pain. So hopefully if I can keep that blood flow in there and not push it too hard and overtrain it, it'll get better fast. And the reason why I feel like I need to have it better fast is I received a message from Ingen Tiersey. I want to say it was early Tuesday morning. It was on my phone when I woke up Tuesday morning, offering me another shot at Morozov at East versus West 4 in August, on August 6th. So I told him I needed a day or two to talk to my wife and make sure I could get off work with my boss because I've got a busy summer this summer. And I was able to work it all out, and Ingen is gonna have me in Istanbul in August. So I am super excited to have that opportunity to pull Morozov again. The dude looked like a freaking beast against Matt Mask. Matt Mask's not known for his left hand, but he's no slouch left-handed either. He's super strong. I arm wrestled Matt at one tournament left-handed, but it was clear back in 2018. And I was able to beat him then, luckily, I think. Matt had, I didn't hear him say this, but somebody told me that Matt Mask had suggested that Morozov is the strongest left-handed arm wrestler he's ever grabbed a hold of. And that kind of concerns me because he has grabbed a hold of my left arm. But I already knew that Morozov was super strong and super impressive. And I know that if he gets in his lane, I'm in for a long day. But I also believe that I have a couple paths there. I have a couple routes that would maybe be successful for me. So that's what I'm up next for. Is I'm going to try and push hard for that. I've got a couple local events that I've already made commitments to. That just I'm helping with them, run brackets and MC the events, and then also I'm going to try and get some little extra cash at them and pull at those events as well. So next up is June 11th in Pocatello, Idaho. It's a new event that just started this year. Damon Hull, he's a local arm wrestler near me, comes to my practices every other week, and then he does some other stuff there in Idaho as well. But he's putting on an event there in Pocatello. And then July 20-something, I can't remember the exact day. I feel bad. Justin Green's going to kill me because I just asked him the other day exactly when the event was. But I'm so bad with the dates. I've got it in my phone, so it's going to remind me. But he's got his, it's a tournament that is a fundraiser for a suicide prevention foundation here in Utah. Justin Green is a really good arm wrestler, and he's a really good guy. He has a group of guys that he coaches at his place every week, and they're coming along. He knows how to coach. He knows the sport. He's kind of a legend here in Utah. Probably one of the, I don't know, top 10 for sure, maybe top 5 right-handed arm wrestlers ever to come out of Utah. Very good, very strong hand. And he is very adamant is a good word, driven about this suicide prevention or this fundraising foundation that for suicide that he puts this tournament on every year in Roy, Utah at the Rainbow Saloon. I don't know if Justin wants me to talk about this, but I just learned this. I did not know that Justin had an older brother who had committed suicide, and that's why he's so passionate about this foundation and this event. So if you guys are anywhere near northern Utah, middle of July, plan on that tournament, that event. It's a really good event. It's for a great cause, and it's also a money event. I want to say he's giving away a couple $100 for first place, right and left-handed. It pays to third. And it's got an amazing MC guy there. I'm just saying. So those are my next 2 events, and then after that, it's Turkey for East versus West and Morozov. And I'm really hoping that I'll be ready for that event and be feeling strong, because I know that he will be, and he's a young man. He's only 24 years old, and I'm just turned 48, so I'm literally twice his age. But he's a great guy. I've communicated him a little bit via Messenger. He doesn't speak English well, but he does read it and can respond in English pretty good. So I'm excited to actually get to meet the guy. I'm excited to go to Turkey and hang out with those guys there. Ingen's one of my heroes, even though we're the same age. He's still a hero of mine just because of what he does for this sport. If we ever lost Ingen Tiersey, it would be a huge hit to the sport of arm wrestling. Anyway, guys, that's my plans for the next few months. That's what I've got going on. Corey West just took over the second number 2 ranking in North America from Ryan Espy last weekend. He looked very impressive, and he and I are good friends. We probably chat once a week, if for sure, maybe a couple times a week we talk to each other, and I like Corey. He's a great kid, and he's super strong and super impressive. We do have a little bit of a history arm wrestling. I want to say we've arm wrestled 2 super matches, and I think in a tournament maybe. Anyway, he has come a long way over the last year or so since his bicep surgery, and he looks like a whole different person. And I hope I have enough to hang with him for sure, because he looks really strong. And regardless, if I do have it now, it'll only be a matter of time, because that dude right there is the future of North American super heavyweights. There's no doubt in my mind. I think that of all the young guys coming up, and I like them all. Derek's a good dude. I have a good relationship with him and Chance Shaw, but I just think that the way that Corey West is built and what he has to offer, he's different. He's different for sure. And we've been talking about a match. We're trying to figure something out. We feel like for that match we should be able to make a little bit of money. And those of you that know me know that I don't necessarily care to make a ton of money arm wrestling, but I hate it when promoters take advantage of arm wrestlers' names and don't give back to the arm wrestler. If you're gonna have the number 1 and number 2 ranked arm wrestlers in North America, and you're not willing to make them feel like they're elite athletes, and give them the opportunity to earn a little bit of money, but you're willing to use their name so you can earn money, I don't think that's fair. And I think that I know there's not a lot of promoters out there that make a lot of money, but there are some promoters out there that have an opportunity to pay for this match, and that's what Corey and we've talked about what we kind of want, what we're looking for, and what we feel is fair. And it's nothing outrageous. We feel like it's a reasonable amount of money for that match to happen. So if there's any promoters that are interested, we're talking to a few. Hit us up. Let's see if we can make something happen. But he and I both want that match. We want to find out who's number 1 in North America. So anyway, guys, hey, I'm just about to my campsite. I am really excited for this weekend. Maybe I'll put together another video here and during the weekend and be able to get that posted as well. But like always, people, approach life and life's opportunities like I approach a meal. Don't miss out on it. Take care.